Hey guys, it's Mary. Welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about a Korean skincare brand that has been blowing up for good reason, Numbuzin. Now, I may not be saying that right, and I'm sorry if I'm not, but Numbuzin is the focus of today's video because I fell into the Korean skincare, Asian skincare beauty rabbit hole quite a few months back now, and I haven't looked back. I truly have been enjoying so many of the products that I have found, and amongst those products, I have noticed that there is definitely a standout brand, and that is Numbuzin. If you were to ask me what the three most important things are to me when I'm considering whether or not to start using a skincare product, I would say, is it effective, is it affordable, and is it accessible? Let's talk about effectiveness. I think I can safely say that when we all start a skincare product, we are expecting it to deliver the results that it promises. And I think that Numbuzin, as far as the products that I have tried, delivers on the promises that it makes. Now, I have not tried everything that the brand has to offer, but I have tried quite a few things, and today we're going to be focusing on the ones that I truly stand by. They do offer a wide variety of options, and you will see when we talk about today's products that there's like a number on each product: 1, 3, 5, 9. If you're not a person that necessarily has like 27 different steps into their skincare, you can just pick and choose what it is that you want to address. If you want to target your hyperpigmentation, they've got something for you. If you want to target anti-aging, they've got something for you. If you want to combine and attack multiple issues, Numbuzin's got your back. So as far as affordability, the reason that I think that I can refer to Numbuzin as an affordable brand is because skincare can go from all ranges of the spectrum. So when we're talking, 10, 15, 20, maybe a little bit more dollars here, I think I can go ahead and say it's an affordable brand, especially when you're coming from someone like me who I'm willing to invest in a product if it's going to deliver. If I can get the results and spend less money, of course I'm going to go that route. And I feel like when you go the Asian skincare route, most of the time you're going to end up getting something at a much more affordable price, and most of the time you're going to end up finding something that you might like, especially if you try out a couple. I know sometimes it's hit and miss with skincare. That's what these videos are for. I feel like I binge watch skincare videos. I love it when girls find things that work, and I just really wanted to share the ones that I think work today. So let's go ahead and jump right into the last thing I was talking about, which is accessibility. Being able to get your hands on these things. So if you fall in love with a skincare brand and you are using their entire range, you don't want to have that subscription where everything's going to be delivered all at one time. And on Amazon, which all the products that I'm going to be speaking about today are available on Amazon, even though I know you can get Numbuzin in other routes. I just wanted to focus on the fact that they're available on Amazon because you don't have to hit a certain threshold to get free shipping. If you want to just order one product, you can. If you don't go through the other products as quickly, you can save a few dollars getting a subscription. And even if you don't need it when you originally subscribed for it to come, you can just change the shipment date. I just think it's so convenient and definitely accessible to have in your house within a day or two. I don't have to plan weeks ahead of time to make sure that I'm going to have my cleanser when I need it or my toner when I need it. And I just love that about this brand. Now we've talked about they're effective, they're affordable, and they're accessible. Let's jump into the products that I wanted to talk about today. I am 43 years old, so I do have dark spots that I am working up against, and I have like normal to combo skin. Sometimes I can get a little bit oily, but for the most part I do have normal skin, so keep that in mind when I'm talking about what works for me. But like I said, go check on Amazon and you will see that there is just an endless range of things that you can select and something that might work better for you if what I'm talking about doesn't. This is the Numbuzin Glutathione C Facial Spa Cleanser, Antioxidant Deep Cleansing from the number 5 line. The powerhouse in this is going to be the glutathione, which you're going to find in the number 5 line in Numbuzin. And glutathione is an antioxidant that brightens the skin. Now, that's great for someone that's struggling with hyperpigmentation. It's something that's gentle but effective. It also has vitamin C in here and plant-based surfactants that cleanse gently. It brightens without stripping the skin. You're not going to get that like squeaky feeling on your skin. Now, this is not what I would recommend if you're trying to take off a full face of makeup. I would recommend this as like a second step in your cleansing routine at night, because like I said, this isn't gonna remove like your waterproof mascara and all the buildup from the day. So do something else for that and then use this as a second step, or this is a great morning cleanser. But it has like a pretty light, refreshing scent. It doesn't foam too much. I like to take this, do a few pumps of it, put it on my face, kind of massage it in, give myself a little bit of a spa moment, and then I will emulsify it with a little bit of water and kind of work it in a little bit more. And yeah, I just really love this cleanser. I am on my 3rd bottle of this. I have a subscription to this on Amazon, so yeah, love it. Okay, so this is the Numbuzin number 9 NAD plus PDRN plus 50 peptides toner. This is just a really nice toner. I do use this interchangeably with something that is more geared towards my hyperpigmentation. So one day I will use this, and the next day I'll use something like the Ordinary Glycolic Acid or my Ren Radiant Toner, and then the next day back to this. And I really do look forward to the days that I use this one because it's just a really pleasant experience. PDRN is just a really nice ingredient. It's like makes you feel plump, juicy, hydrated. And this has those peptides that I'm always talking about that I just love, and 50 of them. Yeah, the number 9 line is really just packed full of goodness for your skin, especially if you are looking for anti-aging. I just really love this toner, and it's very gentle at the same time. So you can use this in the morning, at night, which is what I do. Yeah, I just really enjoy that toner. Moving on, we're gonna go to the number 5 glutathione vitamin concentrated serum. Now, this is a serum, and we are going to be talking about an essence next. And I know that we should be using our essences before our serums, but I'm a bit of a rebel, and that is a bit of a thicker essence. I'm not even sure why they refer to that one as an essence, so I do use that one after this one in my skincare routine. But this is the number 5 essence. So it's got tea tree, niacinamide, Centilla asiatica, and green tea. It's known as the Goodbye Blemish Essence. So if that says anything to you right there, it calms redness, balances the skin, and helps with flare-ups. So for me, like I said, this also helps with that plump kind of juicy feeling. I also do pair this with the CosRx Alpha Butyrin, I say that wrong, Alpha Butyrin Serum. But this you can use on its own, and skincare pretty much is like Mr. Potato Head. You need to just pick and choose what works for you. So, you know, plug in what you want to try and try it, find out what works for you. I mean, this has its own cult following, the serum does, and it pairs well with anything, so it's not gonna cause pilling. You can use this in the morning and night. It's gentle but effective, all the things that I truly love, and just delivers results. Like, I have been someone that I'm melanated, so whenever I deal with blemishes, whether I pop them or not, you know, I do get dark spots. And so my whole life I've kind of gotten a good idea of how long it takes for my dark spots to heal. And when I incorporate that glutathione line into my skincare routine, my dark spots are definitely fading much faster than they do without it. So I really stand by those products. And the number 9 line, just like, oh my gosh, number 9 is like anti-aging all day, like just my favorite. But okay, so we've talked about our serum. Now we're gonna go to what they refer to as the essence, and this is the number 9 NAD plus bio, which again is like my favorite. The NAD plus bio essence, it says time reversing on it, and I mean, I love that. I mean, I know that that's a little bit dramatic, but I mean, I'll take it. If you can reverse time, I will take you. I will try it. And to be honest with you, I don't necessarily think that they're really lying, because I notice differences with this number 9 line in my skin as far as my fine lines and wrinkles. I really do. Now, I do want to say on this one, the pump has given me an issue a couple times, so I don't want to really complain, because what's really important is what's in the bottle. And so I do think they could work on that packaging just a little bit though, because the pump seems to not be like very sturdy to last a decent amount of time. It kind of does have like a little bit of like that snail mucin texture, where it's very like Like, it's not sticky at all though. It's very creamy and nice to use. It works well under makeup, so you can use it on days that you're going to be, you know, getting dolled up. And I do use it in the morning and at night. So yeah, I just really, really love this one as well. I think this is probably, this is my number 2. I will say what my number 1 is from this line, but this is my number 2, and this is something I will always, always have in my skincare routine. Like, I will not be without this. These are the ones that I have to say are the newest to my collection of Numbuzin goodies, and it's the eye products. So they came out with a Numbuzin number 9, so you knew I jumped on it like immediately. Eye cream, and it comes in this like really nifty packaging. It kind of looks like you're about to give yourself filler, like, which I don't have filler to filler or anything like that, but and I don't hate on anybody that does. Like, you do you, boo. I haven't reached that point yet, you know, but I'm not opposed to it. I'm a little scared of it, but not opposed to it. But anyways, that's a tangent. It just looks like one of those like shots, like you're gonna get filler. Anyway, and it's fun to put on, and I'm not gonna lie, because of all the delicious juiciness that's in here, and it also does have a little bit of retinol, I will go ahead and give myself a little injection in my laugh lines, because for me, the 2 areas that I tend to want to target the most as far as anti-aging are the fine lines under my eyes and my laugh lines. That's what I am really always like trying to address. That and my hyperpigmentation are like my biggest things. And this eye cream, it has like a bit of a reflect to it, like a pearly reflect. So I like to use this on days that I'm going to use makeup too, because I kind of think of like the NARS light reflecting foundation, like that. Just having those pearl reflex in there would help bounce light off of that area and maybe be a little bit more flattering. At least that's what I tell myself. And it's just a very, very nice consistency, so it does play well under concealer. And I use this again on days that I use this. I use it morning and night. I do also use another eye cream, so again, I will interchange them, but this is like really becoming my favorite very, very quickly. And they also came out with the Numbuzin NAD eye gel patches. So I actually never used to be into eye patches, and then one of my best friends, she kind of got me turned on to them because she was saying how much she enjoyed them, and now I love to use these. Like, I use more affordable kind of like bulk eye patches on the daily, or like, you know, just in general. But these, like on a special night or something like that, if I know that I'm going to see a bunch of people the next day, or if I have a special event to go to, then I have used these a few times, and I will put some of the cream, my other skincares, all that stuff, maybe a little bit of castor oil so I'm not too slippery, and then throw these on, and they do stay on throughout the whole night, and they don't like poke in the corners and be uncomfortable. So I just really, really love these. But I did want to be forthcoming and say, like, these are the newest additions to my Numbuzin products, but I am really, really enjoying them. Yeah. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is what got me started on my Numbuzin journey, and that was these masks. Now, I have talked about these masks, and I haven't been on YouTube but for a few months, and I've probably talked about these masks like 3 or 4 times because I just love them that much. I call them like my snatched mask. I wear it when I have like a special event to go to or something like that, because I know that a lot of things promise to have overnight results, and most of the time it's just total bullshit. But these, I really do feel like you can notice a difference. Now, you're not going to have like the Kris Jenner snatched face, you know, that we're seeing on the news these days, but it does have like this little bit of a noticeable something. And you look in the mirror and you kind of question yourself, and you're like, I'm looking just a little freshened up, you know. And I kind of joke with my husband because, you know, I'm 43 and I'll make jokes with him sometimes, like when I'm looking in the mirror or like when we're in the car, and I'll be like, you know, and I'll like pull my face up just a little bit, and then I look at him and I'm like, you know, like joking about my future facelift one day. Anyway, and these, they don't give you that, like I said, but they give you just like the next day, you just kind of feel like a little bit, like I kind of, like I'm going like this a little bit, but I'm not. And I'm just like, am I crazy? No, it really does kind of just give you something overnight, and then of course if it does something overnight, it's going to do something long term. And this is packed full of all that goodness that you're going to find inside of these serums. Now this is a 2-part mask, so you're going to have like the top part that you put on, and then there's a bottom chin strap that you stick around the bottom and put around your ears, and that I think is what gives you that like kind of snatched effect overnight. And I'm not gonna lie, it does get a little uncomfortable after a few hours, at least for me. Maybe I have a big head. It kind of like tugs down on my ears a little bit, and it can be a little just uncomfortable. Sometimes I'll end up taking off before the night is over, but for the most part I will chug through. I do wish that it was like a little bit longer. But yeah, so I think that's what gives it its effectiveness as far as the jawline, because there's definitely something going on with these masks and your jaw. And then I also wanted to say that I never noticed it, but my husband pointed out that there was an extra little piece that you can stick in here, and it wraps around your head, almost like one of those bandages when someone has like a head wound in the movies and they're totally wrapped up and it goes around the head. It comes with that. So I had never noticed that it had that. And then my husband was like, yeah, what about the head wrap thing? And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like super excited to try it the next time that I wear one of these, because yeah, like, can it be any better? I don't know. That blows my mind. But yeah, it says for a stronger lifting effect, start from the chin, pull the band tight, and close it at the top of the head. I'm down. I'm down. I'm gonna do it. Do I have a reason to do it anytime soon? Or just, you know, just for science? I was for the sake of science. Anyway, yeah, so that is the little bit that I wanted to share about a brand that I really feel if you're in the market for trying some new skincare products, if you're running out of something that you maybe weren't so pleased with the results that it was giving you, the Korean skincare brand Numbuzin is really a winner. It's just hop on Amazon, man. I feel like doesn't everyone have Amazon? I don't like, who is not ordering from Amazon these days? I'm not sure. I feel like Amazon's gonna take over the world. That's it from me today. If you enjoyed today's video at all, I would really appreciate it if you would take a quick moment to like, comment, or subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.